And it looks like we're live. Reverend Derek here with the Love is Greater Than Fear Spiritual Center. And this is Coffee and Miracles. These are going to be daily ACIM lessons that we're going to be going through throughout the year. Say hello to my cat, Nancy. I just want to start off for anyone not familiar with me or my story of how I discovered A Course in Miracles. I want to talk to you about that first and how we do the lessons of A Course in Miracles before going into today's lesson number one. Years ago, someone had lent me, or someone had given me a copy of A Course in Miracles, and I first opened it, and I just wasn't crazy about the book. They had no author on it. It didn't have any chapters on how to get the man, how to make money, how to be successful, and it was full of just Christian terminology that I was not interested in. And so that book sat on a shelf for years. Years later, I hit this place in my life where I have no other way of saying this other than I was desperate for some peace. I needed some inner peace. I went through some experiences. I went through some challenges. I had things in my life I needed to leave behind me. I had things in my life that I needed to begin cultivating. And despite all the spiritual books, the self-help, the counseling, all the stuff I did, nothing was really working for me. So one morning I was praying, "Dear God, this is my best thinking, my very best thinking got me here to this place right now. And this isn't where I want to be. I need help." And then I felt directed to get up, go over to my closet, open up these boxes where I found a copy of A Course in Miracles. This time when I read A Course in Miracles, I wasn't too turned off by the things that initially turned me off about A Course in Miracles. I opened the book and I started reading. And I'm assuming if you're doing the daily lessons, you already know this, but there are 3 books here contained within this one book. There are 3 volumes. There's a text, a workbook for students, and then there is the manual for teachers. Now, the reason that I feel that A Course in Miracles was so helpful and helping me make some big changes in my life and really turn into the person I wanted to be, the reason I found it so helpful was the workbook lessons. So there's 365 lessons for a full year. So 1 lesson a day. Guys, these don't take much of your time at all. These are literally just a couple minutes at the most, especially in the beginning. It's just a couple minutes. No preparation is necessary. There's nothing you need to do to be ready to go. They don't take up a lot of time. So if you are somebody who is looking for ways to experience more peace in your life, this is absolutely a great way to find that. And the first 6 months of the lessons help you undo your thought system and fear. The second 6 months are help you to begin thinking with love. So it's kind of transitional. The goal of A Course in Miracles is to help you find inner peace. And it does that by giving you mantras, lessons, and ideas to help you just break down your thought system of fear and of the physical world, and by connecting with your truer, more authentic thought system. And that is the thought system of love. Now, when I first started doing these lessons, I wasn't crazy about them. I thought they were kind of weird. I didn't get them. So my piece of advice I would give to anybody is that's just really natural and normal. I think that when you first start the lessons to A Course in Miracles, to be like, this doesn't make sense. Why am I saying this stuff? The Course in Miracle lessons don't even require that you believe in God or anything like that. They're just basically written with, here, try this, see if it helps. So I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're probably one of thousands of people this year that start the workbook lessons back at number 1. Whether this is your first time going through the course or it's your 100th time going through the course, it doesn't matter. They don't get different as you do them. The more advanced you become spiritually, well, the more simple you tend to become. So this is going to be a fantastic year. I'm super excited. I haven't went through the workbook lessons in a couple years. Last year, I just kind of like picked random lessons, but this year I was like, I need to make some changes in my life. And I need to deepen into, I just want a deeper sense of peace in my life. And so that's why I want to do these daily lessons every day with you guys. So without further ado, we're going to go into lesson 1. This is a rather short lesson. So Course in Miracles, part 1, lesson 1. Nothing I see in this room, on this street, from this window, in this place means anything. Now look slowly around you and practice applying this idea very specifically to whatever you see. This table does not mean anything. This chair does not mean anything. This hand does not mean anything. This foot does not mean anything. This pin does not mean anything. Then look farther away from you, from your immediate area, and apply the idea to a wider range. That door does not mean anything. That body does not mean anything. That lamp does not mean anything. That sign does not mean anything. That shadow does not mean anything. Notice that all these statements are not arranged in any order, and make no allowance for differences in the kinds of things to which they are applied. That is the purpose of the exercise. The statement should merely be applied to anything you see. As you do practice the idea for today, use it totally indiscriminately. Do not attempt to apply it to everything you see, for these exercises should not become ritualistic. Only be sure that nothing you see is specifically excluded. One thing is like another as far as the application of the idea is concerned. Each of these first 3 lessons should not be done more than twice a day, preferably morning and evening, nor should they be attempted for more than a minute or so, unless that entails a sense of hurry. A comfortable sense of leisure is essential. So let's talk about that lesson. Nothing I see in this room means anything. I recommend, obviously, that you do the exercise the way it's saying to do the exercise. But one thing you're going to find, and one thing I found very helpful when I was first doing these lessons, was that every day's mantra becomes a tool in your problem-solving repertoire. And here's what I mean by that is, maybe not today, but in a couple of days, in a couple of weeks, couple months, something will happen. You will have something happen in your life. You'll have something happen at work. You'll have something happen with your partner. You'll have something just in the physical world, some circumstance, some situation. And in that situation where normally you might react to what is going on, react to it with fear, whatever that looks like for you. Instead, you will say to yourself, this doesn't mean anything. Nothing in this room means anything. This problem does not mean anything. And these mantras, they build on each other every day for 365 days. And it becomes an incredible way for you to begin to see the world differently. And when we begin to see the world differently and we begin to shift our perception from fear to love, we create miracles in our lives. So let me know how your first day goes with this workbook lesson. Let me know any questions you have. You can post in the comments. You can also DM me on Facebook. And be sure to check out our website, loveisgreaterthanfear.org. We'll be posting these videos live every morning. And yeah, good luck and many miracles to you. Bye.